set up 12,500 Ayush centers across the country. Assam's final NRC is to be published tomorrow. Security forces alerted Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal appeals to maintain peace and harmony in the state. Monsoon session of Tripura Legislative Assembly begins. Manipur government to announce the state as drought affected, says Chief Minister N. Biren Singh. And in cricket, India meets West Indies in the second and final World Cricket Test Championship in Kingston, Jamaica. Good evening, viewers, and welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Anupa, now with the details. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said government has set a target of setting up 12,500 Ayush centers across India. He said government is trying to set up 4,000 SHC centers this year itself, giving away yoga awards to the winners for outstanding contribution for promotion and development of yoga in New Delhi. Modi said 1.5 lakh health and wellness centers are being opened across the country. The Prime Minister said Ayush and yoga are strong pillars of Fit India movement. He attributed his health to yoga, pranayama and Ayurveda. He expressed happiness that Sowa Rigpa has become the 6th member of the Ayush family after Ayurveda, yoga and natural therapy, Siddha, Unani and homeopathy. During the ceremony, Modi released 12 commemorative postal stamps to honor eminent scholars, practitioners and great master healers of Ayush systems. These commemorative postal stamps highlight the great work and acknowledge the achievements of the great master healers of Ayush system. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said constructive criticism is something he looks forward to. Speaking at Manorama News Conclave through video conferencing, he urged media to play the role of a bridge and bring people speaking different languages closer. Modi said it's now common to see people using Wi-Fi facilities in railway stations, which nobody had ever thought. He said people now are talking about transparency and the surnames of the youth do not matter.
In the era of responsive people and responsive government. Perhaps the only country in the world with so many languages. In a way.
Assam is all set to publish the final list of the National Register of Citizens (NRC) under a massive security cover across the state tomorrow. Meanwhile, the state government has made all arrangements so that people can check their names in the final list of the National Register of Citizens in a few easy steps. Ahead of the publication of NRC, talking to Doordarshan News, Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal asserted that no one has to worry whose name do not appear in the list. He said that they would get ample opportunity to appeal in the Foreigners Tribunal. State government would extend legal support to those whose names do not figure in the list. He said the Ministry of Home Affairs has issued notification in this regard. The Chief Minister also appealed the people to maintain peace and tranquility and also offered gratitude to the people of the state for extending all supports in the NRC updation process.
Extended by the people of Assam, I am always grateful to them. And I want to clarify some of the point for the people of Assam in this particular regard. Tomorrow, whatever list will be published, in this publication, the excluded person need not have to worry. In this regard, Indian Home Ministry has very clearly notified that whoever name will be excluded, they will get ample opportunity to appeal in the FT court. And the earlier time period was 60 days, but it has been extended for the convenience of the people for 120 days. So as long as
Assam Police Department has made elaborate arrangements to maintain law and order situation in the state in view of the publication of the final NRC tomorrow. Addressing a press conference at the Assam Police Headquarters in Guwahati, the Director General of Police, Kuladhar Hoikia, said that the police superintendents of all the districts have been kept in readiness to meet any eventuality following publication of the NRC. He said that 51 companies of paramilitary forces have come to the state. Altogether, 167 companies of paramilitary forces have been kept in readiness for probable post-NRC the
is
situation.
only in
He
the
also
name
said
of
that to maintain peace and harmony, several
NRC
citizens' meet have already been
updation
organized
process.
by the
But
department. DJP
we
Hoykyas
already
has
have
appealed to
our,
the people to maintain peace in the society post-publication of the final NRC.
and other sorts of forces, যিবিলাক আমাৰ already deployed আছেই, তেওঁলোকৰ লগত লগ লাগি it will be huge force, which I don't want to spell out the number, but it is a total force would be quite a few thousand. বুজি পাইছানে কথাটো? তাৰমানে already আমাৰ অসমীয়াতে কৈছোঁ তেতিয়াহ'লে আমাৰ already আমাৰ হাতত আমি যিবিলাক এণ্টি এক্সট্ৰিমিষ্ট অপাৰেশ্যন কৰোঁ তাৰ কাৰণে এটা ফ'ৰ্চ আছেই নহয় অলৰেডি বহুত বছৰৰ পৰা বহুত দশকৰ পৰা সেইখিনি ফ'ৰ্চৰ লগত আমাৰ নিজৰ যিটো ফ'ৰ্চ আছে সেইখিনিতো কাম কৰি আছে এতিয়ালৈকে যেনে কমাণ্ডো বেটেলিয়ান আসাম পুলিচ বেটেলিয়ান আসাম পুলিচ টাস্ক ফ'ৰ্চ এই গোটেইবিলাকে কাম কৰি আছে তাৰ উপৰিও দিছ ইজ এক্সট্ৰা উই হেড গট 167 প্লাছ 51 এক্সট্ৰা অলৰাইট তো ইট উইল বি মাছ মোৰ আৰু লগতে হোমগাৰ্ডছৰ মানুহ আমি যথেষ্ট আছে আমাৰ লগত এপাৰ্ট ফ্ৰম দ্য ভিলেজ ডিফেন্স পাৰ্টি ভলেণ্টিয়াৰ্ছ ইন ডিফাৰেণ্ট এৰিয়াজ কেইজনমান আৰু
A 3-day monsoon session of Tripura Assembly has begun today. It will continue till 3rd of September barring holidays. Officials said 4 bills including Essential Services Maintenance Act (ESMA) are likely to be introduced during the session. In Tripura, with an aim to boost public distribution system (PDS), the state government has decided to introduce sale of tea and mustard oil through fair price shops. Accordingly, consumers will get tea from 15th of next month at a price of 17 rupees for 100 grams, while distribution of mustard oil through PDS will take little time as discussions are on. The Food and Civil Supplies Minister Manoj Kanti Deb, addressing a press conference in Agartala on Thursday, said that the sale of mustard oil may be from January next year. He said that for ensuing Durga Puja festival, the government will provide 2 kilograms of masoor dal to each ration card holders. Besides, flour and suji would also be provided to the consumers on the occasion of Durga Puja. Tripura Chief Minister Biplab Kumar Deb, in a presence of TIDC Chairman Tinku Roy, on Friday inaugurated the Industrial Promotion and Consultancy Cell and single window approval by all government agencies in Tripura in Agartala. Addressing the event, the Chief Minister stated that his government is committed to promote industrial sector in Tripura for economic development as well as for employment generation. The single window system has been started in Tripura for the first time to overcome the difficulties faced by industries previously. Now clearances related to the industry will be completed from one place in fixed time. In Manipur, hundreds of people turned up to highlight their grievances to Chief Minister N. Biren Singh on the combined Miamgi Namit and Hill Leaders Day held at the Darbar Hall of Chief Minister's Secretariat today. The Chief Minister personally attended to around 450 complaints and met nearly 1,500 people. Speaking to media persons, Chief Minister said that a special meeting has been convened to discuss the drought-like situation in Manipur with ministers, MLAs, Chief Secretary and other concerned officials tomorrow. He maintained that the Deputy Commissioner has already submitted their reports on the present situation. The government will announce Manipur as drought-affected state after the discussion, he added. In Nagaland, a midday meal Mela 2019 was organized today at Parent Town local ground. The program was initiated by MDM Project Directorate of School Education with Advisor Water Resources Namring Nachang graced the occasion as the special guest. Advisor Water Resources Department Namring Nachang in his speech acknowledged the Department of School Education for organizing the mega event at Parent Town, being this event as first of its kind in the state. He also stated that Government of Nagaland with the directive of Government of India is doing their best to uplift the children in the state, not only in the field of education but also of child nutrition. He mentioned some of the main objectives of Kitchen Garden, which includes helping in addressing malnutrition and micronutrient deficiencies by consumption of freshly grown vegetables, to give children first-hand experience with nature and gardening, and to enhance knowledge of children regarding nutritional aspects of vegetables and harmful effects of junk foods. In Meghalaya, Union Minister of State for Social Justice and Empowerment Ramdas Athaule has announced that his ministry will look into the proposal of setting up of Sports Academy for Disabled in the state worth 350 crore rupees. He told media following a meeting with Minister of Social Welfare Department, Krimen Shaila, and other officials at Shillong that the Meghalaya government has requested for the construction of sports academy for the disabled and 50 acres of land has been allotted by the state government for this purpose. He further said that 4,800 differently able persons from Meghalaya have benefited from the 5 maps organized by the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. Till date, the government has organized more than 8,000 camps for differently able across the country, he said.
The Government of India is already given the sanction.
In cricket, India looked to steamroll West Indies with another dominant show in the second and final World Test Championship encounter starting at Sabina Park, Kingston, Jamaica today. The match will begin at 8 p.m. Indian time. Having won the first test by 318 runs, India are runaway favourites going into the second match. India have already clinched the 2020 and ODI series against the West Indies. In Assam, the 88th Martyrs' Day of Naga freedom fighter Haupo Jadonang was observed on Thursday in Lodi Basti near Haflong. The day-long program was organized at Heraka Cultural Club, Lodi. The program started with floral tribute to the portrait of Martyr Jadonang and presentation of traditional song, which was followed by discussion on the contribution of the freedom fighter and his vision. The program was attended by a large number of Jemi Naga people as well as other community people and dignitaries. Haupo Jadonang was born in 1905, Kambiron village, British India, presently Tamenglong, Manipur, to a Rongmei Naga family. A spiritual leader and political activist, he established the Heraka religious movement and declared himself to be the Messiah, King of the Nagas. India's second mooncraft Chandrayaan-2 will undergo its 4th lunar orbit maneuvering this evening. It will be aimed at reducing the furthest distance of the lunar craft from the surface of the moon. The mission will be carried out by the scientists and engineers of National Space Agency ISRO this evening. It will be the 4th round of orbit reduction maneuver and the last one would be held on Sunday evening. In Assam, 4 employees of the State Forest Department were killed and 2 others seriously injured in a road accident at Hatiguli area of Gorihagor in Hibohagor district early this morning. According to our Hibohagor correspondent, the accident occurred on National Highway 37 when their vehicle was hit by an oil tanker at Sontali Sina. Both the seriously injured people have been shifted to Assam Medical College Hospital in Dibrugarh for treatment. Before we wind up the bulletin, a recap of the headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says the government targets to set up 12,500 Ayush centres across the country. Assam's final NRC is to be published tomorrow. Security forces alerted. Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal appeals to maintain peace and harmony in the state. Monsoon session of Tripura Legislative Assembly begins. Manipur government to announce the state as drought affected, says Chief Minister Biren Singh. And in cricket, India meets West Indies in the second and final World Cup Test Championship at Kingston, Jamaica. That brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin.